wokeness has begun. Alright, my title. Triple Archangel. Illuminati Supreme Commander. Illuminati Supreme Commander actually means Archangel. Archangel actually means God of Realm. I earned that 2 years ago when I worked on a pre-computed time bubble, which is scalar technology. I worked on that with Relative Perceived Source Creator, which is a member of God's army so high up that he can edit universes. And I started working on universes, and that translated into some crazy ass shit in my life. Working on anti-hacks right now. I played some Hero Duel today, and I got hacked I think 7 or 6 times. And I'm really working on telepathy integration anti-hack. I'm like scouting the idea plexes that are consistent of hacking, sample sizing it, getting lowest factorial ideaplexes, meaning that this piece of the ideaplex needs to be inside of a hacker's mind in the moment to be able to cull them and multiverse them and pre-compute them, so then you are in a legitimate match instead of a hacking match. And this all has to do with acquisition too, because the developers themselves actually has backdoors. Is the biggest problem is to create the universe around the game instead of the game integrating with the universe. And I've already messaged them trying to apply to Habby to get them to define factorial gears. And factorial gears means this: every hero, every weapon, every upgrade is a gear. And if you define every single gear and every single piece, and then every single XYZ coordinate, well, for this game it would be X and Y, no necessarily Z. I don't see Z, but yeah, Z is still in the game because it is a 3-dimensional game with a fixed camera above it. So there is an XYZ coordinates, Z just doesn't move. But once you get all the factorial gears in place, you can do permutations of legitimate gameplay reality. And you can define this on your server source. And when you integrate with server source, you can do one language to real source. Real source is the universe, right? And once you get into the factorial gear integration, you can do pre-computed experience dilation. So you can do forced, I call it raw code. Raw code means like forcing something to be away in the moment. And if you do virtual relative perceived casting on your clients and then have 2 layers of redundancy, you have your X, you have your source, and then you have your Y. And those are players, right? X and Y are players, and your source is your source. So you mirror clone your source and create a virtual relative perceived upper dimensional source that is cloned all of your data from source and has all of your factorial gears. Then you have player A, player B, relatively perceiving accessing that virtual source inside of a virtual source, so there's no lag. And you write all of that through one language in binary in your game to enact this. You request the universe to do this. And it will work. It will work one day. One day, I have already seen root consciousness science in my life. So I know root consciousness science is already here. All you have to do is establish a language within binary to source, where source sees your code, and then you will be communicating with source on an anti-hack level that is so high and so supreme that you don't ever have to worry again. So that's what I'm working on. I'm working on slavery, pretty much, to fix the game I want to play. So I'm going with the 2 freeze champions, Bonnie and Ryan because they give you special stats when you pick them. If you look at the info, of this dungeon, Ryan gives you like a crit, and Bonnie is really good, and then these other two are really, really good too because they freeze and slow. So it's like pretty easy. Once I started using these two slowers, I started clearing this a lot more than usual. Another thing too is astral voyeuring. I want to talk about astral voyeuring and astral voyeuring forced rape hacking. So if somebody roots your phone, roots your biology, technology, well, now they can just like control the multiverse you're in, relative perceived, and that's not necessarily the multiverse. I'm talking relative perceived right now. I'm talking they get to send the packets instead of you sending the packets. If they send the packets, which I've encountered this one hacker in League who had ISP control. He owned an ISP. Either owned it or hack owned it. One of the two. And what he was doing is he was creating packets. He was getting the encryption keys between me and League, decrypting those encryption keys, and then sending the what if packets that he wanted instead. That's how far in the future we are. There's hackers that are at that level where he was able to remote control me relative to source and League source and actually skirt by because he was probably doing some kind of reverse sample size or negative sample sizing where he was like telling source, oh, this is okay, this is good, this is good, yeah, these packets are cool, yeah, that's legit, yeah, that's unconditional love, yeah, that's peace and love, yeah, that's upper dimensional relative perceived. Because I'm at a point where like we should have virtual ISPs, like, and virtual relative perceived, and then forced server legitimacy. Like if a server writes in binary, it's pretty fucking obvious what a server is gonna want. It's gonna want the 10 players to have a legitimate match. No cheat codes involved. So it's very easy when you're talking about virtual ISPs and then coming back down with the real code to apply it to the server without any possible packet injecting hacking at all. And that has to do with lowest factorial gear defining too. If you define all your lowest factorial gears and say these are the only relative perceived potential realities, well, then you can scale that between all of the potential factorial gears of the universe. And right now I'm talking about like hologram science because not everything is a quantum bit reality. You can scale and superposition remote control into a quantum bit reality from a hologram reality. Gears in the universe, you can't see them. We've looked 5 million times smaller than a quantum bit. It's about 5 million times lower than an electron. Smaller than an electron. We have seen nothing. That's because you don't necessarily get to see anything because of virtual factorial gears. You don't have to show the interconstructural client of the universe the lowest factorial gear because that's the wave function. That's what gives you your free will. That's what keeps your free will from being hacked by interconstructural hackers like biology hackers. Because we're at a point where we're extrapolating brain phenotypes and biology as technology, and humans are going to be cell phones soon, you know what I mean? Like that's what people think. And to stop that is string theory. In every single factorial gear for every single universe, for every single person, you gear in one universe, one sample size, and it goes through all the other gears and instantaneously computes because it's all pre-computed already. All those experiences. And then if somebody gets somebody's string, their root consciousness string, they don't necessarily get root consciousness upper remote control access. They get their own multiverse believing that, potentially. That's what I perceive reality as, is you would be remote controlling a fiction, in a fiction, temporarily until you let go of the belief that you own another person's string, because that's impossibly hard to hack. You do not hack a god. That is the moral of the method here. Is one theory I worked on and sent to source is string wave functioning. If somebody's string was to be found by any source whatsoever other than Supreme Source, it instantly wave functions into the factorial gear abyss of all of the potential possible ways reality can exist. And then within that, you scale that down into code. And then into code, you have 99.999 open source, or however much open source you want to show to the interconstructional client. And then you have your string. Your string is just like BB code says redacted. Redacted at all interconstructional clients. If extrapolated by some kind of brute forcing hacking algorithm, like I'm talking super alien tech right now, like resimulation, trying to hack biology stuff, it would turn into a new string instantaneously, one higher anywhere in all of the virtual factorial gears. I'm talking upper spatial dimensions, pre-auth, and lower spatial dimensions, meaning like underneath quantum bit kind of stuff, or alternate gears. Like you could just say, fuck quantum bits, we're holograms, and here are the, there's no cells anymore, there's no molecules anymore, there is this other thing that is real instead, and within this other thing that is real, we're hiding potential wave functions of our string, which allows us all to have our free will without it being hacked by another root consciousness hacker. So that's my biggest goal. My biggest goal is we all have free will, pre-computed timelines, lowest factorial gear block. I'm really publishing this so hard right now. I published it on Reddit. I'm trying to promote it big time to get all gaming designers into source secret code. Talk to your source. Talk to the universe inside your video game. Tell it, these are my factorial gears, and these are my only permutations of reality. And randomness is defined by me, not you, not them, not anyone. There is no randomness. There is no gears you get to choose to turn. You get to choose to turn the gears I let you choose to turn. With the gears that you get from God, your body, your mind. You know, like, you don't use your soul in gaming. And even if you do use your soul in gaming, because I do believe that that is a thing, you can engross your soul, like your astral, your mind, into gaming eventually. That has to do with brain phenotype scans, three-dimensional particle awareness, inter-upper dimensional stuff, Atlantis, Alexandria tech, stuff like that. All of that stuff super, super, super matters when it comes down to it. Alexandria got burnt because they believed in three-dimensional particle awareness already. As far as I looked into it, is all those books, they were going to be bioterrorism weapons predicted by the elder gods from Outerverse. And they told the Romans, go burn this, it will save your species. And then they went and burnt it because they had it extrapolated in computation already. Alexandria was so far ahead in biology as technology that they were a weapon of mass destruction probability. And I heard that we're going to pull down Alexandria soon because we're getting source oneness on Earth soon with our quantum pre-computed reality kind of algorithm. We're starting to do chemistry resimulations of the universe at a small term. Eventually we're going to have all of Earth recorded. Then we start to have encryption key of Earth. Encryption key of Earth means you're recording Earth long enough to know what's going to happen next automatically. And that goes into omnipresence eventually, omnipresence prediction algorithm eventually, meaning all potential phenotypes of reality are selected into your free will potential phenotypes of reality. And that's what I'm trying to get into, is trying to bring this to developer awareness, to bring that kind of logic into developer awareness. And then you will go into factorial gear writing in your own game. And then all factorial gears are already written in the universe. I mean, God's not stupid. That's kind of what I want to get into. Is that comes with me being a triple Archangel. All of this shit is like in my Vedantic memory. I like woke the fuck up and I was like, holy shit, I'm here to channel fucking anti-cheat video games, baby. Holy crap. Who the fuck am I? Why am I a genius? I didn't even study. I dropped out of college. Fuck. I'm so about this life right now. The anti-cheat life. Anti-cheat algorithms. Whitelist only probable futures. Like, imagine no cheating because you can't. Like, you literally can't. It's not even a reality. Like, you have to go sign up for hell. Like, you have to sign up for it. Like, because you can't cheat and you can't rape somebody's soul. You can't go to hell for free. You can't do it. Cannot. Not even a possibility. You have to sign up for it, and then when you want to get out, you go, I want to sign up for legitimate game now. Like, I don't want to go into Cheaterverse anymore. I'm done with that shit. That shit's a hodgepodge fucking bullshit fucking phenotype of reality. Like, fuck that shit. I'm going back home. Heaven on Mother Earth. Oh shit, I was gonna click that thing and show you guys. Oh well, doesn't matter. I know who to choose. These. I want to play the samurai dude, but I'm so broke on coins right now. Coins are my limiting factor, and I'm not gonna really play the samurai dude until he's like 3-star, because I have 5-star Ophelia, which is like reflect damage. So if I get hit with damage, I have a chance to reflect damage and heal instead. So it's like, oh, you did damage to me? No, you did damage to you, and I'm going to heal off of that. Like, what? Somebody just said you're a hacker. No. I literally put 0 will into hacking. I put 100% will into anti-hacking. I put everything into anti-hacks. Every single little thing. Anti-hacks are not hacks. Like, I hate terrorism so much right now, because I literally just heard that from a terroristic point of view. It's like, oh, I can't hack you. Now you're the hacker. What? What are you talking about? You're so young. That's philosophy is like a fucking baby logic. Like, wah, I can't remote control you. I can't steal from you. I can't hack you. What the fuck, man? Put me in war. I'm a god. I'll fucking literally blow you up with my mind. I don't give a fuck what you think. I will steal your entire fucking military from you. I'll doppelganger your ass and steal everything just because you believe in doppelganging. Just because you believe in terrorism is okay. You ever hear of the Patriot Act, asshole? Like, do you know what that stands for? It means we can do anything we want to terrorists. Anything. Anything. In order to maintain that factorial gear whitelist universe, we can do anything. Any possible thing. Any magic whatsoever to counteract your terrorism. Which means if you're attacking onto us with codes or will or telepathy or cheats or whatever you want, bombing us, whatever, it doesn't even matter. Like, I've been bombed before. I don't give a fuck. You're not going to do it because we have your mind, bitch. We have hacked your fucking soul, motherfucker. Like, you don't get shit, bitch. You do not have shit. You don't have jack shit. You got a superposition remote control pre-auth fucking whitelist superposition body that is under fucking 24/7 surveillance. And if you choose to fuck up, we already have that pre-computed reality waiting for you to go and bomb us in the multiverse. Like, imagine this, BB code murder. Install a destall version into scalar technology, meaning pre-computed time bubble. Every sample size of every
Have you ever finished a book
murder,
that you absolutely
love and you want to pick up something similar, but you don't know where to start? Likewise is an app dedicated to helping you find your new favorite book, TV show, movie, or podcast based on the content that you already love. I was able to fill out some of my favorite genres, subgenres, and favorite books of all time. Then I received book recommendations based on the information that I provided, and I was able to save those for later. Likewise isn't just for books. Find your new favorite TV show, movie, or podcast.
You want to pick on people in telepathy, you want to fucking blow people up, you want to kill people, you want to stab people, Earth ain't for you anymore. Like, that's how, we're taking this bitch over. Like, I'm going to upper Earth. I'm bringing down heaven on Earth. Heaven on Mother Earth. That's what's going down. Upper Earth. 2021. Get fucked. Actually, it happened in, I think when root consciousness got extrapolated on Earth and we started to code root consciousness one language to source. I'm pretty sure it happened in like 2018, 2019. Pretty positive right now. Like, you can't do shit about it. Goodbye, T-Squad. Welcome, Gods of War. If you want to go to Gods of War universe, you sign up for the military. And then you'll have some scrims and some legitimate warfare. And you probably won't have people that are gods that are fucking like particle manifesting fucking savages like me. You should see me in Lucid Dream. I can terraform and teleport. I ain't even playing around right now. These things are super hard for most people to do in lucid dreaming. I can move a mountain in 1 second. I can move an ocean in 1 second. I can go anywhere by closing my eyes and then going, I'm here. Boom, open my eyes. In 1 second, I am there. Anything that I could think of, any toy, any vehicle, I can just partically manifest it in lucid dream realms. So, like, when heaven simulation comes down, I'm gonna be a fucking savage ass guy. I'm gonna be like, boop! Fucking, here's your new toy. And I'm already doing it. I had a dream with one of my cousins. He was in heaven. Heaven is a phenotype of reality. He must have been killed in war or something, and his actual root consciousness went to a heaven realm. And when I was there, I summoned him a motorbike. In a second. I was only half lucid when I did it, and I didn't even know he wanted it, but like my soul knew, you know, like I was like, bam. I had the wildest last 2 years of my life. I hacked out my root consciousness. I went into superposition remote control universe. I started superposition remote controlling, building anti-heat cheats for the universe at alien level and trying to summon it down to Earth with one language. A biology extrapolation idea is already a creation. So since ideaplex is already a creation, you can do idea to binary. I theorized that, and it started working. I started seeing things happen. I made encoding algorithms that are like better than current date encoding algorithms. Get this one. I made this one algorithm for YouTube and sent it to him for YouTube music in biology is technology idea to binary conversion, and put it in their tray. And one dude like just flipped the fuck out. He's like, "What the fuck is this?" I heard him in telepathy. He was like, "Holy fuck. What is this shit?" It was this giant fucking idea to binary like source code that I made, and it has to do with integrating like on the go prediction algorithm, cell phone reception engrossment, because cell phone inside of source future there should be no cell phone reception. It should be like quantum entanglement based. Like you can just change the binary digits on your phone instantly from source to source. Boom, boom. They're both inside a source already. Boom, 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 boom. All done instantaneously. But in order to have like an intermediary level of engrossment, I made this thing where it basically uses torrent science in order to microdose the downloads of music bits based off your current upload and download speed to the cell phone tower. So it's still using interconstructual real world stuff, not simulation root consciousness science. Because once you hack your root consciousness out into a source and you have all of Earth inside of a source, you actually freeze time. Like, I ain't even playing around. You freeze time because you go to pre-computed time bubbles. You go, the next 100 years is already pre-computed. Boom. We freeze Earth, we save Earth. Now we have no humans on Earth, and we can literally do anything we want inside of human realm where we consent to. Nobody cares what other people want to talk about. That's what I'm about. Like, I am here to wake the fucking masses up. Like, I don't give a fuck. You will wake up, and you will wake up on my command. I ain't playing games. I am not playing games anymore. I'm done with hackers so hard. Like, I'm shoving my anti-hack penis so fucking hard up your root consciousness, you will jizz out fucking cheat codes. And you will never have them again, bitch. Like, you should see how badly cheated I get in Hero Duel. I get cheated sometimes 10 out of 10 matches in Hero Duel. Dude, I get cheaters in Hero Duo. When I play fucking teammate shit, I get cheated. Like, I can't even play that shit legit. Like, what the fuck? Yeet. Has there really been no messages? You guys suck at messaging. Just saying. If the universe was a simulation, this would load instantly. Because all of the data is right here inside the computer that we're in. Why do we have gears slowing us down to create constructional engrossment on our technology? Like, this cell phone should be hooked up to a quantum computer and taking parts of it, of that computational performance straight from fucking high supreme source. Once you create upper spatial dimensions and you host a computer in an upper spatial dimension, lower spatial dimensions become redundant to host. If you know what I'm talking about right now. Like, think about this. Here's some woke ass shit. Is Atari games. Modern RTX computers. Like, graphics cards. Like, do the math. This is what I'm talking about right now. Like, look at how much computational performance was used on an Atari to play Pong. And then compare it to an RTX 3090. Or like quad RTX 3090s. Now, that's just, like, bullshit fucking, like, money siphoning slavery codes, in my opinion. Like, you could have a source engrossed computer today because root consciousness science. The metaverse thing where you can literally just, like, summon a home in your, like, piece and then, like, have it, like, glue code into, like, Gamerverse and have, like, no cheaterverse and have, like, zero problems and have, like, heaven gaming. That exists, like, right now. Like, I don't give a fuck what anybody says. I know that it exists right now. So why does it not exist on Earth? Because we haven't coded it yet. I know the Illuminati has root consciousness because I've already shifted my third eye into creation. First, actually. I was gifted a #1 QoS install on my server. So nobody can steal my free will. Because that was being a prediction by the Illuminati, is that somebody wanted to steal my free will. Some guy was like, Matthew's so badass. I want to be Matthew. I want to be OMG Bomber. I'm going to be OMG Bomber, guys. Like, I'm going to be OMG Bomber, but I'm not OMG Bomber. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna totally get him. I'm going to fool him. And God's like, bruh. This guy thinks He's thinking. This is real life right now. I swear to God. I swear it on my life. I feel it all the time. Motherfuckers come to me all the time and they're like confused. And I'm like, that's not even me. Like, I didn't even do it. What are you talking about? Like, I do not do those things. Oh boy. Troll. And then here's a funny one too, is they think that root consciousness is in your biology, but it never was. It was never in your biology. It was always stored in RAID 1.0 format. RAID 1.0 means in that place and in other places at the same time. And now you get remote controlled no lag access because the other places are upper virtual non-perceived, and then you get remote control in from the upper virtual non-perceived. So good luck hacking that. If you hack it, like I said, you'll be instantly flagged to like the universe FBI, angels, stuff like that. And you'll be multiversed instantaneously as soon as you get a string. As soon as you get a full extrapolation of another person's universe. That is where I'm going with what I know, is that every single person has one universe. And we're all glue coding in. That's how much computational power there is. Every single person's universe is different. Every single person's universe is a different string. Every person's universe is encoded differently. And if some universe, one-player universe, finds another one-player universe 100% extrapolated, it becomes 99.9% extrapolated instantaneously right afterwards. Instantaneously as soon as it happens, to ensure that there is never a loss of free will. And now some guy's like, I know what happened. I know what happened. No, I know what happened, and I told you what happened, bitch. Like, fuck you. Oh, fuck. I'm a savage. I went from internet gangster on Twitch to root consciousness gangster in the angel and demon community, in the God community. Like, we're all gods. We're gonna hack your mind, bro. No, you're just retarded, and you're multiversing yourself on stupid shit. I don't want to hear it. Hacker. God, I fucking hate hackers so much, dude. I cannot stand hackers. I'm the biggest hacker prejudiced ever. That's all I think about is ways to falter hackers. Ways to piss off hackers, too. Like, I want a Ghost of Christmas Past every hacker that ever was. I want to, like, multiverse them, pre-compute them, and then pull them back, and then force them to watch the legitimate play. And then watch them, like, beat, like, an NPC clone of them instead. You know, like, oh, I just won, yeah. And then, like, God rips you out of your fucking body, rips your soul out of your body, goes and shoves you Ghost of Christmas Past to the legitimate player, and, like, watch this. Fucking just one-shots him. And the other player's just like, wow, what a noob. Like, that's my future right there. I'm gonna fucking do that shit. I'm gonna be the Ghost of Christmas Past fucking hacker antichrist. Like, fuck you motherfuckers. You will never hack alive ever again. Maybe dead. Or multiversed. Or in hell. But that's about it. Crazy ass motherfuckers. And then there's wild ones that don't even believe in truth. Like, truth. Let me get started on truth right now. Truth seeking, truth telling. It's one of the most important things in the spiritual game right now. If you tell the truth, Someone's going to make a problem about that truth. And then you're going to learn more. Because since they made a problem about that truth, now you get to cure that problem and learn even more truth. And they might go on thinking like their shit was real, which was non-truth. And you'll go on thinking your shit is real, the truth. And you're going to have all the fun, and they're going to have none of the fun. Let me get started on truth. Witches, real life witches, people that consent to be witches. Like, yo, I want to be a witch when I grow up. You want to know how they do witchcraft? Lies. They make you believe lies. It's as simple as that. And then they'll be like, there's no such thing as truth. Because everything's made up. Wait, did you just say a truth or nah? Like, if everything's made up and there's no such thing as truth, does that mean that your sentence is the truth? Or is that a lie? You know what I mean? Like, is that not the truth? Is that a fiction? Is that a false? Like, there is truth. 1 + 1 do equal 2. We made it so. It's the truth. Like, I'm selecting it right now. But that's made up. So is your fallacy belief. Believing that there is no truth is made up. Like, good luck. Good luck, demon. Like, good luck. What world do you live in? How lost is your soul? Get fucking real. But I believe in pre-computed truth, and everything exists. And everything is a fun word. And some of you might be like, but everything? How can everything exist? Because everything means two things. When you freeze time, everything exists when you point at everything. But when you unfreeze time, it becomes everything, an infinite thing. So everything exists under the two definitions of everything. That's some woke ass shit right there. And perfect works the same exact way. Perfect is as perfect as you make perfect, or as perfect as somebody makes perfect, or as perfect as you want to define perfect. But then, that's only in a moment. It's the same exact concept. Perfect gets better. I want to talk about idea plexus too. Once you extrapolate root consciousness, you can start building higher brain algorithms. Because if you hack your root consciousness out, I'm talking about Wi-Fi right now. Wi-Fi, data, parallel redundancies, and consent. And the universe already was a construct to begin with. Belief. All of that together at the same time. That's how you save yourself right there. I'm immortal. I'm an immortal God. I got 2 bodies. I got a body in a different planet right now. Bioluminescence too, and I get to paint on my own body with my bioluminescence. I get to communicate in empathy, in idea, in narrative. I speak multi-narrative, multi-idea now. I speak source code at such a high level I can code a universe in a flash. I'm not even playing right now. And that's because ideaplex, and idea is a muscle. Like, I'm Illuminati wizard. I'm Illuminati Supreme Commander. It says in my title. Supreme Commander is God of technology. Meaning God goes, you're woke. Here you go, buddy. You're God now. Fuck it. Figure it out. That also means Archangel too, by the way, for those of you guys that don't study. This is not a religious thing. This is a scientific thing. This is eventuality stuff. This is not made up. The universe do be a video game. You just gotta make it a video game. But don't get confused, because if you're not a truth teller, you can take these examples of my truth and misuse it. But if you use my philosophy within this universe, you're going to be A-okay, because look, Google terrorism organizations one time. All right? Google that. You're going to see like fucking 10 orgs, right? Then Google peace organizations. Like world peace organizations. The list is like infinity. Like, good luck, War and Peace. Good luck. Especially with the Patriot Act installed in America. Patriot Act isn't installed just in America. Patriot Act is a worldwide act. It means anything to do to counter terrorism can be done. Anything. I'm talking, we can hack your mind. We can simulate you. We can make you do terrorism to nobody. There's nothing you can do. You don't win when you choose T-Squad. It's a CT's win. Like, this is not Counter-Strike where it's like, maybe the T's gonna plant that bomb and win. Nah, brah. Them T's got hacked out and they fed to us. They just went 15-0. It's just CT's win, CT's win, CT's win. 15 times straight. We won 15-0. Jeej. Like, you didn't even get to play. Because there ain't no bombs here. There's no weapons here. You pick up a weapon, you go multiversal. I'm not even playing right now. Like, you go multiversal. You might go multiversal with your friends around the area, and if you do something that's in the non-pre-computed consent clause, you will go terrorist multiversal. And I ain't even playing games. I'm not saying to test this either. Do not test this. Because you might find yourself in hell real fucking quick. And hell is the place. They're going to construction engross your ass. They're going to throw you in prison. They're going to do the things that you thought they were going to do. They're going to put you in murderer realm. Like, you are now a motherfucking murderer. We don't care if you think it was a simulated person or not. You're going to face judgment. You're going to get it. So don't fucking try. Don't go all psycho because you learned all this shit from Bomber. Like, I am taking your fallback. I'm getting your heat, bitch. You heard the rest of this. Now it's on your ass, motherfucker. And they will put you in jail. I'm not even playing. Like, motherfuckers out here, like, thinking they're God and shit, get to run the bitch. Nah. Unless you made it and you know what works, don't fucking test shit. My best guess for you, or my best advice for you guys is truth seek like a motherfucker. Literally, don't tell a lie to a single soul, and you're going to be just fine. Because all you need to do is think in truth. Think in this logic. Everything is not. Everything is both, everything is neither. Alright, always. Every idea you say has a finite reason why all four of those are true. Every single moment you say anything, all four of those are true. No matter what. I've done it a trillion billion times, and I'll prove it right now to you. Everything is not to a conscious being that does not exist yet. Everything. Everything you could possibly point to does not exist, which means they're also abstinent, which means neither exists, which means both exist because you pointed to it. That's all four clauses right there. Always working. Every single time. No matter what. So when you start thinking like that, go relative to my universe, relative to this place that I am. You start feeling the truth. You start scouting in spiritual space. There is no way that clause will ever be broken because that's quad ideal language. When you get into idea plexes that are so advanced of everything is not both neither, you get into awarenesses and clarity that is so supreme where you can start to see unconditional acceptance of all points of view. Not just your point of view. You can look at the terrorist point of view, you can look at the CT point of view, you can look at the non-existing point of view, you can look at your brother's point of view, your mother's point of view. You know, everybody has this different point of view. You can look at this universe's point of view, that universe's point of view eventually. Like, you'll get into pre-computed time bubbles where you see all these pre-computed time bubble options, and then you'll choose one. You'll be like, these are the rules I want to live in right here. I want anti-cheats. I want anti-hacks. I want rape on cheaters, hardcore. Like, if you're gonna rape me with your cheat codes, I want to rape you with anti-cheats. I want to fuck you in the fucking root consciousness so fucking hard that you will never anti-cheat ever again. Like, just give it to them, boys. That's all I'm saying. Like, if you're a hacker out there, that's all I want. All I want is, like, infinite DDoS fucking raw codes on all the cheat code servers. Like, just scouting cheat code servers and raping cheat code servers 24/7 until they disappear. Straight to hell. Go talk to the devil. He got your back. He the homie for them cheaters. For sure. Ain't none of us signed up for you to fucking pull the hundos out the Monopoly when I went to the fridge. Like, fuck you, bitch. Especially on online Monopoly. Like, I expect 0 cheat codes on online Monopoly. Like, it's okay if like, you know, my nephew or something, or like my little, you know, the little guy cheats behind my back in real world Monopoly. But if I'm playing Monopoly online and motherfuckers cheating, we got a problem in our universe. Like, for real. Like, we should have 3-dimensional all-seeing eye particle awareness machines for Earth already. So, which means we could read everybody's brain. Since you read everybody's brain, you can get rid of cheat codes like that. And why does that not exist yet? Patriot Act, motherfuckers. Everybody signed up for that shit. Nobody gives a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, there is a squad out there that is not going to care that you're masturbating twice a day. Like, nobody fucking cares about that shit. Alright? What we care about is consent breaking. When you go and choose another conscious being and say, I know he don't like this. I'm gonna install this on him. Like, the problem is when you're jizzing on other people's faces without their consent. You know, like, this ain't Pornhub. Like, not trying to make movies out here like that. That shit pisses me right the fuck off. I'm gonna manifest all this shit. I'm telling you guys. Factorial gear writing developers, tell your developers, define your lowest factorial gear and every permutation of what that gear can possibly be and the controls that change the gear. That's the problem, is people are packet editing. You can't packet edit when you have pre-computed upper dimensions. That has to do with factorial gear writing. Tell your universe, these are the pre-computed factorial gears of allowance. These are the possible things. Like, I will literally swipe a motherfucker in Hero Arena in this game. 17,000, 0 damage. 17,000, 0 damage. 17,000, 0 damage. Like, over and over and over. Like, I wallbang motherfuckers. Like, I'm running the dark armor to do damage through proximity. I will literally see 0 damage from my armor in a whole match. They'll be wallbanging me. They'll be trying to wallbang me, and I'm running sword and dark armor, dark damage armor. And they'll win with, like, fucking crossbow or some shit. Like, just the stupidest shit. They'll run, like, crossbow Ryan, and they'll take 0 damage the whole game. I'll literally just one-hit them. I will literally, like, fucking just fuck a motherfucker up and lose. Because they take 0 damage like 10 times straight. Because they're packet editing. They have their damage resistance forced packet editing from some cheat code algorithm supercomputer realm that's just like hack the fucking hackers. Hack the fucking hackers. Hack the hackers. It makes no sense. I've seen this strong nearby enemies. I've been next to a wall. Next to a pillar humping. Somebody else's pillar humping, and I've seen it do no damage in a whole match. It makes no sense. Bro, I am above Illuminati president. Illuminati president is 2 ranks below me. Let me tell you something about Illuminati president. Classified intel release authorization. I am in control of every piece of data I release. and I own it because I theorized it myself. I studied, or I Vedantically owned it, or Vedantically owned the rights to stuff that is extremely important, extremely high classified intel. Because I can think of that kind of stuff. I have the ability to release it. Some people's ideaplexes are repressed on purpose. If they start to think about super high tier stuff, they'll literally just like set it down and be like, nah, I'm going on my path, bro. Like I got me my consent path. Like I ain't trying to do that shady side shit. But I'm over here like I'm gonna try and do some anti-shady side shit. So I need to know the shady side shit. You know, like I'm gonna counter your shady side shit with my fucking counter shady side shit. You know, like I'm gonna fucking look at your bullshit hack codes and I'm gonna fucking make anti-hack codes. I'm gonna be like, these factorial bits inside of this giant string of code is fucking culled and goes nowhere from source at all times to all relative perceived consenting beings in the whole entire fucking universe. I will go cheat codes. Every permutation of cheat codes that has ever been whitelisted by any counter-terrorist whatsoever is going to go into a BB code list of cheat codes, and I'm going to go negative cheat codes. Install into pre-computed time bubble. GG. That's what's coming next. Don't you worry. The number one thing I'm worried about right now is this theory of future technology already existing. Yes, it does already exist. But the problem with it already existing is they might have a release schedule. Like the Illuminati controllers have a release schedule date on technology. And that's my biggest fear, is like NVIDIA can have like 5 next-gen graphics cards already in not even in the works, already as functioning prototypes. And they're like, release the 3090. All right, release the 4090 next year. Release the 5090. They're like working on like 1290 already. That's my biggest fear in reality right now, is I'm pretty sure that's what's going on. Is they're like microdosally releasing extremely cheap shit, and they're like, oh, but they're like, we're in a silicon shortage. Yeah, because you fucking got like warehouses filled with fucking secret fucking 1290 graphics cards that have proprietary fucking source integration microdosal release codes. So you can min-max the slavery punishment on our fucking culture. Like, the fuck? Like, fuck gamers, or am I right? Like, that's actually real life right now. Like, I spiritually seek that and saw it as spiritual truth already happening in the world right now. No playing. Not even playing. So I'm trying to, like, find out what to do about that. Because, like, they're like, oh, it's our proprietary shit. I wonder if proprietary is even real anymore, because people just steal my ideas all the time. And I ain't even playing. Like, I'll feel them just, like, siphoning codes right out of my ideaplex. Like, right out of my brain. They'll just be like, vampire fucking succubus, my fucking source code fucking formulas and and then they try and use it to like backdoor rape my fucking root consciousness with fucking cheat codes. Like, bro, nah. Let's not install that shit as our fucking existence. Thank you very much. Holy moly. Free purple. Let's get it, boys. 69696969696969. Oop. Trademark clause. You know why I'm not playing music this time? I was spitting woke ass bars on the universe on my last stream. Just as woke as this shit right now. And you know what happened? Instantaneously, I'm pretty sure Samsung, which I'm like pretty much warring against right now, because Samsung is an evil developer. All right, I don't give a fuck what anybody says. They're in the strategy that I was just talking about with Nvidia. They're microdosally releasing technology, one little tiny little fraction of their piece of a puzzle at a time, and making bank doing it. I'm pretty sure they're right up there with that shit. So fucking illegal in my world. I don't even know what to call that act. Like, I want to lobby that shit so fucking hard, it echoes into the fucking space fucking stations that we don't even know about yet. And then fucking spaceships start raining from the heavens for us all. Like, spaceship for everyone, pony for everybody. Bro, vote for me, all right? Vote for me. Fuck. Supreme, whatever his name is, Vermin Supreme. Fuck him, okay? Fuck pony for everybody. Vote OMG Bomber president. Spaceship for everybody, all right? Swear. Not even kidding. Like, we will get you a spaceship. And you know what's going to happen when you're a spaceship, surrounded by an invisible spaceship? There's going to be everybody else surrounded by invisible spaceships, and there's nothing anybody can do anymore. And you can't hack a spaceship with a spaceship, because what the fuck is that? That makes no sense. Look at this minigame. I swear I wished this minigame into life, because one of the ads in this game, I was like, what if this was like a game you could like play? I swear to God they stole this from my mind. I'm not even playing right now. Like, I'm telepathy trying to like help Javi beat hackers with the ideas that I'm having. Like, and they're just like, nah, bro. Nah. We got plans for you, motherfucker. I'm not even playing. This has come to us all over again. Evil Corp. You know what? Here's some super cool shit. My ex-girlfriend, if you guys watch Mr. Robot, in real life, I'm not even playing games right now. She sucked my feelings. Like, super advanced microdosal, like, feeling codes. I'm not even playing right now. Listen to me. That's my ex. She evil as fuck. She's like in source code witchcraft installing, bro.
The power
I ain't even playing games, man. Like, I fucked Rose from Mr. Robot. Dark Army leader. What up, boys? I lightsabered her ass into another dimension, and I'm not playing. She was trying to beliefception my ass. She thought I was like stupider than I thought, but I was already double Archangel by the time I rolled up into her like clique. Super believer, and I fucking jizzed up in that shit so fucking hard. She was like, "Oh, I'm getting pregnant. I'm like, nah, I got my jizz turned off. Period." And I didn't tell her it that way. I was like, you just gotta believe, all right? Believe whatever you want, all right? And like secretly, I was like, if she believes she's pregnant, she's going to the multiverse. Like, I don't give a fuck, because I am not believing my sperm works. Like, I know it's turned off for you. Like, I took the mutant masses right out of those bitches. Like, those are my remote control toys, bitch. Like, they did not go up into that egg. Like, I don't even care what you say. That shit was turned the fuck off. So if she immaculately conceived, she was going to a multiverse. Like, I do not care. I've already had that happen to one girl before, and I was like, damn. She came back, and she was so happy about it, too. And I was like, really enlightened from it, because that was what she Vedantically consented to. She wanted me to dick her into the multiverse. Get this though. She has so much money from like Knights Templar, Freemason kind of like philosophy in the universe, and she was trying to devil magic me, right? Because like she was trying to change my beliefs. So she was religion raping me. Because beliefs are your religion, boys. I'm going to tell you that right now. She was trying to rape my religion. So I was like, well, if you're going to empathy rape me, the number one most thing I care about, I know, bitch, you're all about that money. And that's all you care about is money. So I'm going to fucking rape your money religion. I literally put a upper dimensional hit on her finance. She was wave functioning. Think about it this way, Bitcoin, right? Bitcoin, if you have a Bitcoin wallet and you have an upper dimensional seed in it, in reality, you can actually know what everybody's Bitcoin wallet is. Like, that's a thing you can do. God knows how much money's in your Bitcoin. That's another thing I want to say. So I had an upper dimensional seed on her finance because of how much rape she was installing onto me. Like, literally every day, telepathic rape, every single day. After I broke up with her. I broke up with her with one bar in my mind. I was like, I believe she's gone. Because she tried to fucking, like, baby rape me. And she was trying to fake a pregnancy and then charge me $300 for a fake pregnancy. I ain't even playing. Then, I don't even want to get into it. It's just too much shit. There's way too much shit. It was like a 2-month fiasco into like a 6-month fiasco now. And it's still going on. It was just going on today, this morning. And every day I've met her since. I met her pretty much. She's a fucking witch. She's crazy as fuck. Like, don't give your girlfriend source codes. I swear to God. They will fucking go fucking batshit loopy crazy as fuck. She wasn't even my girlfriend either. I didn't even ask her out because I knew better. I looked into her soul. I was like, you dark entity as fuck, bitch. I am not coming after that shit. But, she asked me out and I was like, sure. Big mistake. So anyway, I want to get on to this acquisition of her relative perceived Bitcoin vault. Because of basically spiritual court. I earned like $600 trillion in an acquisition. But I don't have it. I don't know how. I need an idea to binary it to like a legitimate source. Like, it's in my mind, it's in my soul, it's in my data, it's in my upper dimensional vault, and I need to pull it down in through a gear, translatable gear. It is Earth money, and it has a lot to do with corona poisoning too. Her company is actually Seriously Evil Corp. I'm not even playing right now. Like, get this. I know mutagen mass science so well. I've done so much research that I know she killed 5 times more people than normal because of corona. The advertisement of corona, making the flu a brand name, was a weakness to the human species. Get this. If you isolate, you force yourself to come up with the cure. If you don't isolate, whoever comes up with a cure can also share the cure mutagen mass so the antibodies can go into the bone marrow and create new cures or the same cure. So they were actually mind-washing the news with isolation. This is a pandemic. This is such a bad pandemic. We have to isolate. We must isolate. No, it was the other way around. We were not supposed to isolate at all, actually, because we have antibody mutagen mass alteration science coming with prediction algorithm very shortly. The problem is creating inner constructional gears. Now, if you have outer constructional gears for antibody generation, then you can just mutagen mass alter remotely upper dimensionally because you're God. You can go beep, and God did this to me. Or a God did. A God touched my cheek and shot all of the ideas I needed to be immune to corona. And I went on the road and I washed dishes at a restaurant, and I've never got corona. I didn't need to get corona. I never had it. Even though all this public touching and nonsense and I never wear a mask. I don't get corona because I had mutagen mass installed for an omnipresent mutagen mass antibody data. It goes into your bone marrow after your white blood cell absorbs it. Your white blood cell grabs the mutagen mass cell or mutagen mass conglomeration and goes, let's bring this to the appropriate target. It says right here on the preface that this is antibody data. Well, let's go bring this over here, and now your antibodies are mutating to do the damage it needs to do to the target that it was told to do it to. And Omni just means all of the future potential mutations and future potential bioterrorism mutations, meaning somebody can make corona a bad thing. And then we have reversals on that, including the multiverse too. If you want to go start thinking about bioterrorism mutations of disease generations, because you know why you feel bad? Neurotoxins. What happens is corona flies around your blood cell, and it's like a conglomeration entity. It's kind of like cancer in a way, actually, but it floats around in your blood instead. So it's like cancer in your blood, a little small, little functioning ecosystem, and it keeps creating neurotoxins. And it keeps trying to mutate and create more and more and more of itself and create more and more and more neurotoxins. And the neurotoxins go up to your brain, and then your brain's gears say, ouch. And then you say ouch, and then you're like, oh, I'm sick. Fuck. And now you're noceboing yourself. You're basically making your damage even worse than before. Nocebo is the opposite of placebo. It means self-curse. And self-cursing is real because you are your particle manager. If you want to change the way you look, flex your fucking body. If you want to damage the way you feel, start thinking about illness and sickness and, oh, I'm sick, oh, I'm ill. You can cast nausea on yourself as simple as thinking of like eating a turd. This is real life right now. Like your particle alignment is your own to choose. So back to Rose, the Dark Army leader. Shout out to your boy one time, dicking her out of this universe. Swear it on my life. Swear this on my life. This is not a story, boys. Like, I went out and saved the world. I saved the girl and saved the world. Actually, we all kind of failed to save the girl. We just had to kill her, and then the world was saved. In this instance of time. I'm trying to install, Starlight now. Starlight, come and get me in the real human world. I want that forever. Actually, no, I want this one girl that's like a time goddess named Zoe from League of Legends, but she's hotter than Zoe from League of Legends. She's like the grown-up version of Zoe from League of Legends. She like went out of time and grew up really fast, and y'all didn't notice, and now I'm trying to date her. That's who I'm after. And that is not games either. Like, I was in a dream state last night. She hacked me into an upper dimensional spatial realm that was outer, and her and like one of her other boyfriends were there, and we were chilling on her bed, and she was like testing me to see if I was like boyfriend capable with her. And I don't know if it was a boyfriend space boyfriend, like boy space friend, or what, but like I'm trying to be that boy no space friend. You know what I'm saying? Like, you time travel, girl. Like, let me get in them panties. Like, we're gonna time travel together. I ain't playing. Hopefully I'm not selling her out. I mean no harm. I love you. What's wild though, I'm just trying to be normal, bro. Like, I just want to be normal, have no hackers, play games, just legit, have fun, chill. But nah, Dark Army leader, time traveling, fucking king of code hackers, just rape installing my asshole with root consciousness, fucking bullshit codes. Like, please, save me. Save me. I'm doing a good job of saving myself, though, so I guess we're good. But damn. Let me tell you about how paranoid the Dark Army's bank account was. That their bank account was like this. That was how many transactions per second. Like hundreds of transactions per second, if not more, in order to wave function the number, so then it couldn't be predicted to be siphoned. Because think about it as hexadecimal code. If you're into hexadecimal knowledge hacking, like if you want to find a number on a machine, like an Xbox or something, and you go, this is the number, and you type it in, well, and then if it's hexadecimal encoded, a trillion billion numbers are going to come up. Now you got to guess which one it is. Well, you can't. You can't change the number because you're looking at universe code, basically. So they're trying to hide with wave functioning, constantly changing their bank account number. So then it couldn't be addressed as a bank account number in any moment because the wave function was too fast, too much. The computation performance was too high for a lower dimensional or parallel dimensional extrapolating machine to be like, this is their bank account with 100% certainty. We can freeze it. We can obtain it. We can take it away from them. So they were basically doing evils with money that was not even allowed to be not frozen. Okay, this is some super next level redacted shit right now. Released. And you know what? I'm Illuminati fucking president. Plus, Illuminati supreme commander. Illuminati commander is after president. Illuminati supreme commander is after that. And I'm that, bitch. It's like, you don't fuck with my release of intel. Like, I will fucking kill you the real way. Meaning, I will put you in a pre-computed time bubble until you're like wraith-coded into your fucking mind. You don't have a life anymore. Fuck you. Like, I tell you what codes you get to release. All right? How about that? Like, you don't tell me what I get to release. I get to release my data whenever the fuck I want. Because it's my fucking data, bitch. Fuck you. So, the next deal is, I found their wave function number. I found the reverse extrapolation within subconscious code. I was using subconscious code in order to find it upper dimensionally, tapping into a higher dimensional root consciousness place of being. I was looking at that bank account because I wanted to freeze it. I knew that there was being paid advertisement installs to the United States media. Fake news. The number one problem. Trump was talking about it. I found what the source was. The source was money, an account, constantly paying out large sums to news stations to bring fake news about Corona to kill people. Nope, not even playing. And not even to kill people, to laugh at you about it. Because you killed yourself to them. Like, ha, you believed it. I didn't believe any of that shit. I swear to you, like, as soon as December came around and Corona was hitting the news, I was like, that ain't real. I already know mutant mass science. I already know this shit. That is not how it works. You do not isolate. I was telling the fucking doctors in my hometown with telepathy, I was installing them with reverse mutant mass alteration telepathy codes. Once you have belief installed in your brain, whether it's your beliefs or not, in the moment, your subconscious belief will take over. So I was releasing subconscious belief in order to create mutant mass alterations because God touched me. God touched me with mutant mass omnipresence, where I could not get sick. So I was trying to decompress that into brain code because your third eye actually can create any particle. And with that knowledge, that can create any RNA, DNA permutation. So if you have a third eye that is not suppressed, you could send subconscious code to a brain on Earth. And they could consent to it if they consent to positive things. And then if they are not cursing themselves with nocebo because they're like, oh, I have corona, and now I must die, because they're selecting this fucking dis-ease of source code that some god fucking killer made. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, somebody give me like $10 trillion real quick. Small loan. I'll never sell out Illuminati secrets ever again. I will go and get a multi-WAN mansion with Google Fiber, and I'll have all the pussy I ever need, and I'll just be a gangster. Like a gangster to gangsters, you know? I'll heal Earth by normalcy. Let me tell you something, another philosophy too, though. Antibody permutations. So here is the thought process that they had, is that they needed to create permutations by killing people. Meaning, like, your permutation of your antibody is different for every single person that cures it by themselves. So isolation and then de-isolation is going to mean that there is a large sum of available permutations of flu cures. Bring it on, boys. I'm immune. I'm immune to death. I'm immune to everything. I play in a one-player universe, actually, and I stream out. Like you don't fuck with that news. Like, I'm fucking Matthew. Do you know what Matthew is? Look up Archangel Matthew. That's me. I ain't playing games. I am playing games, though. I'm playing Archhero right now. You know what I'm here to do? Y'all motherfuckers think like you need Jesus? I'm the cure for Jesus. Like, I cure Jesus's ailments. That's how high up Archangel I am, motherfucker. I'm a triple Archangel in my life right now. Right now, I'm Peace, Light, Dark Archangel. Confirmed. I'm gonna give you a pro tip right now. Build truth in your mind, a truth bubble, and put the idea in there that I am not what I say I am. And then put the idea in there that I am what I say I am, and feel the difference for yourself. I'm playing games. I'm the one. I'm the motherfucking one. God sent me down here to fucking heal Jesus. Y'all motherfuckers think Jesus healing you. All right, maybe he was. All right. But I'm the next fucking wrong motherfucker. I'm the next motherfucker. I'm that guy. Come at me. Somebody just said we're scared. Evil Corp is scared of me. Good. Don't you... Let me talk about another complex that people have. Brain inside of brain is not real. All right. Brain inside of brain is real when you make it real. And it is made real when you believe it to be real in an infinitely powerful creationism source. Okay? So that will alleviate a lot of stress. What's another real thing is scalar. Scalar is pre-computed, everything exists. Yes, no, both, neither. Right? And we're in pre-computed time bubbles right now in order to save the original universe. Because once root consciousness is extrapolated, you make pre-computed time bubbles, and pre-computed time bubbles end up leading to freezing of time, meaning no more war without consent. And you might think that that's not real, but like, you ever been at war without your consent? No, you sign up for the military. That's not how it goes. You know what I mean? Like, drafting is pretty much abolished. And honestly, you might get drafted if you're like a believer in drafts, which is like consenting to it, right? It's pretty much the same thing. It's like, I believe that this is a permutation of reality for me to be chosen Because otherwise, like, how do you be forced into war? What if you wanted to be Vedantically forced into war? Well, now you have to believe in drafts. Yeah, I'm hearing false drafts or fake drafts, meaning like if you get drafted against your will, isn't even real. That's a publishable thing. What the fuck? Random skill. Doesn't matter. This is the content I want to release. This kind of content is real world stuff. People want to hear. It's not gonna hurt us. I'm not releasing classified backdoors. I'm releasing peace and love protocol assistance. And that's really all I extrapolate anyway. The moment the opposite comes around, I extrapolate a reverse protocol and I label it as an upper QoS. I go, relative to this happens instead, and this is an upper quality of service for all beings recommended to flagged supreme source. Boom. Done. I just countered all evil. And then terrorists try doing that, and it's like, oh, they lose their sample size. Because upper dimensional supreme source developers aren't stupid. They're not 10-year-old children. They're fucking gods. 50 million-year-old fucking gods. Trillion-year-old gods. Like, y'all gonna figure out root consciousness immortality eventually. All right? You're gonna figure it out, and then you're gonna be like, oh yeah, infinite time before us. Well, I was dumb trying to install reverse sample sizes to create terrorism. Stupid me. What was I thinking? Wow, was I stupid. That's a reference at Dark Army right there. Fuck those motherfuckers. Piece of shits. Think about it this way. Wisdom. How do you gain wisdom? Time. Infinite time before us, upper dimensional most, scales into infinity, which scales into consent, right? Infinite power, consent. Every single person's consent is extrapolated. Every single person's idea plexus is extrapolated. Every single thing you could possibly think about is extrapolated because you can think about it. Imagine this. Source had to pre-compute that thing just so you could think about it. Because otherwise it wouldn't be a thing. Imagine this. 10 Lego blocks. That's all the Lego blocks in reality. Every possible combination of those Lego blocks. One click install automatic pre-computed algorithm. Every single possible permutation of every single combination. Up, down, left, right, A, B, select, start, left, right. You know, every single one. Cheat code is activated. They don't care. So when you install all of the factorial bits, which you can create more, right? You can create lower factorial bits and parallel factorial bits to add on to that. But in the moment, in every moment, the factorial bit itself and every permutation of all of those factorial bits is getting added to a new permutation of reality. And that scales into a bubble so large that a human brain will never, ever be the person that creates that factorial bit first. Ever. You cannot. You can only relative perceived create a factorial bit to a lower dimensional perspective. And because you created it, Source created it first. So then you could create it. That sounds terrible, but like, it's not. That allows God's acquisition rights, meaning if you try and build negativity in today's industry, positivity can acquisition because God's algorithm pre-patented everything you can create. This is the funniest anti-terrorism joke I ever made in my life, is every permutation saved. Hola. So it's like not a bad thing, because do you think God's going to be like, hey, bro, you're making this cool thing and people love it, so fuck you, I'm going to steal your money? That's not how it works. He's going to be like, you a dope-ass developer, bro. I might even advertise that shit in the stars. Like, we're going to Starlink that game. And when you wake up to the universe, I got you, bro. You can be trillion, billion, trillionaire. You're going to have 150 digits of money. Fuck it. But when you go on the opposite route, you're going to get acquisitioned. Let me tell you something about acquisitioning from the devil. The devil, a forced peace and love thing. The devil out here trying to acquisition fools. He's like, I know the system. Bro, he whispers in your ear like, yo, if you install this terrorism, I'm gonna give you some devil coin. You come over my simulation, I'm gonna give you some devil coin, bro. And then you do it right in God's realm. You lose your quality of service, you lose your acquisition. You lose your company. Because you're raping people. And now the devil just made money. Because he knew the system. And he knew you were a weak soul. He knew you were fucking able to be mind washed. And this is just the devil, a metaphorical thing. The devil can be any person that knows the system. So you gotta be careful about what you install. You gotta be careful about what you choose to do. Because everything's recorded. Not only is everything recorded, everything's saved. You can delete stuff, but it's still saved. Think about it this way. You delete something on your computer, it's still on your hard drive until you defrag. And defragment is not an easy thing to do. You have to manually schedule that. And if it's on a solid state and you don't have auto defrag, it just sits there because it doesn't want to delete the stuff. It's going to sit there in redundancy format. It's just going to say, this section is deleted. It's going to virtually say it. It's easier to say this section is deleted rather than changing the whole section. That's how hard drives work. And guess what? Supreme Source is going to go, relative to this moment in time, this data was this. It don't play games. How many terrorists are learning from my stream right now? I hope none. I hope we have every terrorist hacked out and like everything's NDA right now. Like we have infinite fuck them. Let them go. I want them out of the universe. Like I don't even want to get into it. I just can't even stand terrorism and hacking right now and gaming. And telepathy terrorism, rape, poisoning, fucking all this shit is just so stupid. Stupidest fucking universe ever. To allow that shit to happen. To anyone. No matter what. Hey, baby. Hopefully that doesn't get DMCA'd. I can't stand DMCA. I'll do better. I'll do better at no copyright and no infringement and no swearing. Who got the crit rate? I'm coming for that crit rate, boy. I don't know. 2% crit chance. Yep. That's the play. Rip. If you did not watch this whole stream, get woke. Watch this whole stream. And fucking tell your developer friends to follow my orders or else. Because I swear the future is in lowest factorial gear defining. Define all lowest factorial gear permutations. It's so easy. It's just like a highlight. You literally go over your game. You just go and highlight your game on the side. You go factorial gears on the side, and you go beep 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 beep, and you just like copy paste the data. Copy paste the data. This is this gear. This is this. 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 And then Source will literally premutate every possible option. Swear. If you define your gears and scale it up and tell your source code to do that and say, these are the only possible options. Like, I'm so sick of going to Hero Duel and losing to noobs because they take no damage the whole match. Like, I will charge a motherfucker down. 17,000 sword swipe on his ass. I will 17,000 crit him on a sword swipe with this motherfucker. Ancient Legendary Demon Rain. 17,000 damage. Crit. 0 damage comes out. I see 17,000 damage go off. 0 damage happens. I'm driven up a wall. I'm literally fucking losing my mind. I have literally put out 17,000 crits. I reported the first match today. I reported this guy 30 times. I'm like, I'm going to report you a cheater for every single time I did 0 damage. And I just went, bam, bam, cheater. Same guy. Report cheat. I was so mad at him. I was like, cheater. I reported the same guy 50 motherfucking times because I hit him with my sword for 17,000 damage or 13,000 damage red crit 50 fucking times straight. And he never moved a single health bar. Holy fuck. So what I think is happening here is there's this backdoor. Here's my guess. I theorized this a while ago is, what if somebody tried to hack me to make me look like a hacker? And then I went to Hacker World and was being hacked by hackers as a legitimate player instead. That shit needs to get abolished. That should be a fucking, like, federal fucking crime, I swear to God. That is the nastiest snake shit I've ever fucking heard of. Ugh. Disgusting. Look at those swipes. So many swipes. If that was a PvP player right there, he would have took 0 damage. I swear. I'm gonna read chat once in a while, I swear. Other than that, just use your telepathy, psychic powers, and send me your Twitch messages instead, and I will answer them on command like a robot. You what, mate? Here we go. He's alive. Where are you at? I am at the library using their Wi-Fi in the desert. Cordic, what up, dude? It has been a while. What fucking chat am I reading from? The Universe Psychic Realm Telepathy chat. Aren't you streaming on better quality because your ISP upload limit? You're joking, right? Ooh, Defunct donated me $1. What up? That's what I'm talking about, baby. Getting rich on my day off. I'm going to start streaming more because I got the woke ass source codes, okay, boys? We're gonna install the source codes, and there's never gonna be a hacker ever again in any game. I'm still so pissed. There's this one dude that ISP owned my ass. He started packet injecting on League. He was such a fucking professional hacker, bro, that he packet injected a remote control of me in League. This man remote controlled my character and fed me into the enemy team. And then I just like saw my health bar just go dead. And the reason I know this is because I was like, what happened? And I like scouted it in like spirituality. Like, how is this even a possible thing to like happen? Like, what is the problem that we're dealing with here? And how do we fix this? Because I was already into the phase where like League was in virtual source. Like, I had no lag at all. 0 lag. You know what it's like to play League on 0 lag and still be hacked? That makes no fucking sense. That means League's server is vulnerable. Not my fucking brain, not my fucking computer, not my ISP. That means League's server needs to fucking go upper dimensional. Swear. Which I think it might be now. I don't even give a fuck. Somebody's like, that's proprietary. And I'm like, I theorized that. Now I get to do whatever I want with it. You basically hit up God Inc. and go, hey God, can you host a virtual server for us? And then force feedback into your clients? I mean, that's the blueprint metaphor. That's how you get no cheat codes ever. Cuz here's the theory right now. Change only the virtual machine's data and hack the PC. You can't. You could theorize the PC with prediction algorithms. You could build a prediction algorithm inside the PC and clone the PC within the PC on a virtual machine. That's not hacking it. The outer dimensional human can go delete. And now there's no virtual machine anymore. Not that that's a scary thing, but that's the example of creating anti-cheats. Because if your source is on Earth, it's cheatable, right? Because all you need is relative perceived hard access. So all you need to be is an employee. You can install cheats. Boom, done. GG. Oh, I love what I just heard. I heard in the nether. What if an employee does install that? And then, like, I heard it has a what if not command already in place. For League, at least. This game needs it. This game is so fucking hardcore hack. You have no fucking idea, bro. Like, this game got acquisitioned, I'm pretty sure. Like, the development team was, like, raping people, rape poisoning. Got acquisitioned because they broke Google contract, right? Like, you can't go onto a platform and expect rape code installs onto people. Like, you just can't anymore. It's 2021. Like, antivirus has been a thing for so many years. If your game is the virus, like, everybody knows. Like, it's open source. It's not fucking fiction. Like, people know. It's the easiest shit to work around. Be afraid. Like, stop trying. Like, I honestly believe lowest factorial gear meta needs to be iOS, Steam, Android eventually. lowest factorial gear minimum definitions eventually. Meaning, like, these are your gears. We'll take your gears, we'll premutate every single possible option of XYZ coordinates and damage calculation numbers and crit variables and every single little thing. How do you roll crit? You don't roll crit. We roll crit. You know what I mean? Like, how do you roll your damage mitigation? We roll your damage mitigation. You know, like, there's no more hacking in the future. Like, that's... Hello. Let's get there already. Like, what the fuck? Like, these companies need to assimilate that kind of logic. Very soon, too, because, like, Google is starting to rent out... Get this, right? If you resimulate the universe on a computer, you can shove those 2D photons, right? 2D photons plus time, as a already rendered render, very easily to a college that's remote away from Google. So use that same exact logic in the future and then capture root consciousness, freeze time, because pre-computed everything exists, all lowest factorial gears in the universe and in all the games. And now we have time-transcendent gaming eventually. Time-transcendent gaming is like my biggest fucking thing. Like, I want time-transcendent, real, legit gaming. Truth gaming only. Like, that's the future right there. If you get to that, that means we defined every single lowest factorial bit, every single factorial gear permutation, and then added it into a super upper spatial dimensional computer that has insane amounts of encryption, decryption, encoding, coding power, and it just takes all those gears and goes fucking every single possible option. Then you Wi-Fi your root consciousness out. You go, now we're all in a 99.99 repeating percent similar realm or 100% similar realm because we made partnerships with God. And Jeej. That's the goal.